I've had a lot of great teachers over the years, but if I could think of one who really made a difference, it would probably be Calvin Sorrell. Calvin Sorrell was my band teacher. I went to a small school, so he was not only my middle school band teacher, but he was also my high school band teacher. And he taught me so many things that weren't in the textbook. You know, growing up in rural Virginia, going into a high school that was predominantly white, I was on what they called back in the day the gifted track. But the gifted track created a lot of confusion when it comes to cultural identity, because as a black kid, you're one of the few black kids in the gifted program, and you were given conflicting messages. You were told you were different, you were special. And of course you think you're building up a kid's self-esteem, but what you don't understand is when you're telling a kid like me that, you're telling me that, wait a minute, I'm different from my peers, my brothers, my classmates. And so it created a lot of cultural confusion. But Mr. Calvin Sorrell, he was that guy who helped me navigate that process. Like so many black male teachers, they not only teach their content, but they also have to do the cultural tax. You know, John King talks about the invisible tax, which is the extra burden placed on educators of color. But Mr. Sorrell helped invisible tax with helping kids like myself figure out who they were, what they could be in this world, and that you're no different. See, Mr. Sorrell was also one of the few black men in my upbringing who had college education. And so most of I had my fathers, my uncles, but most of those were blue collar workers. Calvin Sorrell was the guy, he taught me how to navigate between academia and culture, to maintain good grades, but also understanding who I was and where I fit in to this world. And plus just the basic things, he took me places. When I went to band, we went to, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, New York, Canada. They're places I would have never gone if it wasn't for that. And with every trip, there were moments where he explained to me who I was, what I was supposed to do, and what it meant to be a young black man in America. And so Mr. Calvin Sorrell was the teacher who made a difference, because it was more than just pedagogy. It was more than just learning how to play an instrument. Although I was a triple threat. I played baritone, trombone, and tuba. He taught me that. But he also taught me what it was like to be a young black man trying to get a college education in this world.